We have built a culture that worships the armor. We look at the person who feels nothing, who reacts to nothing, who stands like a monolith against the wind, and we call them strong. We are taught to grow thick skin, to build walls, to turn ourselves into cold stones, so the world can't leave a scratch. But stone doesn't grow. Stone just erodes. We mistake numbness for mastery, sealing ourselves, so to speak, in indifference and calling it peace. But true resilience isn't found in a dead impulse. It's found in the friction. It's found in standing in the center of the storm, raw and fully awake, feeling the absolute gravity of the strike and refusing to buckle. When you refuse to feel the weight, you lose the capacity to carry it. The armor becomes a cage, trapping a fragile core that never had the courage to test its own density. We aren't here to hide behind a hollow shell. We are here to develop an internal architecture so solid that the impact doesn't shatter us. It tempers us. The toughest people in this room, the ones who have actually walked through the fire and didn't just stand near the smoke, they know a secret. True strength isn't about being bulletproof. It's about being fully aware of the weight of the world, feeling every single ounce of it, and choosing to carry it anyway. It's easy to numb out. It's easy to put on a mask of indifference and call it discipline. But total detachment is a cowardice's fortress. The real work, the heavy lifting, happens when you strip away the noise, look at your own raw blueprint, and decide that you will not be defined by what happens to you, but by what you build out of it. You are not a product of your environment. Your environment must become a product of you. Look around. It's like treading in a sea of the weightless. Everything is fast. Everything is disposable. Brands throw cheap, thin materials into the world, wrapped in loud slogans, hoping you won't notice the lack of substance underneath. They sell status because they can't sell structure. They want you to buy a lie so you can blend into a crowd of people who are all running away from their own insignificance. We don't play that game. When we put the word supereminent on a garment, it isn't an invitation to join a club. It's a boundary line. It's a declaration of architecture. We build with weight because weight demands respect. A 300 GSM cotton tee isn't just clothing. It's an anchor. It's the physical manifestation of an internal standard. When you put it on, you feel the structure. You feel the gravity. It doesn't shift with the trends. It doesn't give way to the pressure of the wash or the wear of the day. It holds its shape just like you. This is the physics of substance. If you want to stand above the noise, you have to possess more density than the vacuum around you. You cannot be lightweight. You cannot be easily moved. You must be rooted in something so heavy, so deliberate, that the passing winds of culture don't even make you flinch. The visual cuts between the sharp, geometric lines of high Renaissance architecture, the perfect symmetry of a stone archway, and a modern urban landscape at dawn. No crowds, just one or two individuals moving with absolute purpose. They aren't looking at their phones. Their posture is upright, shoulders squared, fully present. There is a distinct tribe in this world. You won't find them screaming for attention on a timeline. They don't need a crowd to validate their existence, and they don't look for their worth in the applause of people they don't respect. They are the ones who do the work when the lights are off. Think about the athlete in the empty gym at 4 a.m. Think about the creator staring at a blank canvas until their eyes burn, perfecting a single millimeter of a logo because good enough is an insult to their identity. They don't do it for the trophy. They do it because their internal law demands it. They have an alignment within themselves that cannot be broken. That is the SE mentality. It's a silent recognition when you see someone else wearing that monogram. You don't need to exchange words. You know they understand the cost of excellence. You know they've paid their dues in sweat and sleepless nights and absolute isolation. We don't design for the masses. The masses want comfort without effort. They want the look of success, without the scar tissue. We design exclusively for the sovereign, for the individuals who look at a mountain and don't ask how high it is, but where the trail starts. True toughness doesn't talk out loud, it talks to itself. Every morning before the world has a chance to tell you who you are, you have to set the stone. You have to speak your own reality into existence. Say it yourself until it's woven into your fabric. I am the standard. I do not break under the weight. I am the one who measures it. My value is intrinsic. It cannot be granted by a critic, and it cannot be stolen by a failure. I command focus. I rule my execution. I am super eminent. When you walk out that door, that isn't arrogance, that's armor. You've already won the battle inside your own mind, so nothing outside can touch your foundation. Your garment isn't a disguise to hide your weakness. It's the visual extension of your conviction. It's the outer shell that matches the inner iron. If you are soft on the inside, our clothing will feel too heavy for you. It will feel too rigid. It will expose the slouch in your spine. Good. Let it. Our threads are only meant to drape over those who stand completely upright. We are building a monument to the unyielding. We don't care about the seasons of fashion. We care about the eras of identity. Trends die. Labels fade. Fabrics tear when they are made with weak intent. But when you build with a high Renaissance devotion to form, combined with the raw, heavy grit of the street, you create something timeless. You create an icon. You have a choice every single day. You can float through existence, lightweight and disposable, blown around by whatever pain or obstacle comes your way, or you can claim your own sovereignty. You can decide to be the highest authority in your own life. Put on the weight, hold the line, be superior to the circumstance, be eminent in your execution, super eminent. Hit that subscribe button, join the tribe, and remember, Jesus is Lord. Peace. See you next time.